Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Screwjob podcast. I'll be honest with you, I didn't have any idea what I wanted to do. This week's been kind of hectic. Next week's going to be even more hectic because it's starting my final schedule. But I was just scrolling through some old, or looking through some old DVDs I had, and I saw that I had Hell in a Cell 2011, which had a title match between Randy Orton and Mark Henry for the World Heavyweight Championship. Uh, so I thought, you know what? Why don't I talk about the champion of that match, Mark Henry? So if you don't know anything about Mark Henry, he was at one point legitimately the strongest man in the world. Uh, he started wrestling in 1996 with the WWE. At that time, WWF. He was mostly green as crap. He sucked. His first feud was against Jerry Lawler. Uh, and really, this was mostly early in Mark Henry's career is not very notable, except for a couple of things I'm going to talk about a little bit later. But he had some feuds with Lawler, did some, made his debut match against Lawler at, In Your House Mind Games, I think, right? Yeah, I read that right. Uh, he would then get injured, and that's really the majority of what happens to him, going into his early years of his career is that start stop, kind of lame feuds, injuries. He joined the Nation of Domination in '98, and The Rock joined. Or The Rock was already there. He took leadership of the Nation. Let's see what happened to him from there. He the Nation ended up disbanding after WrestleMania 14. Uh, he then had a feud with The Rock. Did I just read that right? Hold up. I'm reading something, and this is going to be incredible if it's true. Mark Henry defeated The Rock in a singles match, a 5-minute single match at Judgment Day in Your House. Holy poo, I learned something new today. He would then go on to have a few. He would then become Sexual Chocolate, my favorite Mark Henry, and kick some more butt. He claimed he was a sex addict. He hit on China, who then, in a very controversial and very unfunny and kind of offensive angle, China tricked Mark Henry into wanting to have sex with a transvestite, and he said something along the lines of, "Oh, she has a fill in the anatomy." So we're not talking about that really. I believe he'd become European and European champion at one point. I don't remember. Doesn't matter. He would get injured again. Then he would continue his sex addict deal as he turned face and started dating Mae Young. Eventually, Mae Young would give birth to a hand. Yup. That's where we go from there. He was then sent back down to Ohio Valley Wrestling so he could, get better at wrestling. It didn't really work that much. He was then at that point competing in strongman competitions at the same time. He'd eventually come back, mostly a SmackDown, in '02 through '04, got injured, etc. By 2005, though, he was actually getting okay, and he was interjecting himself in title matches, trying to, get up there and do all that jazz. He ended up fighting The Undertaker at WrestleMania 22. Spoiler, he lost. And that was in a casket match, which was really weird. Let's see, what else happened to Mark Henry? A bunch of bullcrap, no one really cares, yada yada. 2008. Alright, 2008, he joined ECW. At this point, ECW was pretty much their developmental brand, and it was trash. He would win his first world championship, become the ECW champion, and then start hanging out with Tony Atlas. I don't remember who he lost to. I believe he lost it to Matt Hardy. Yep. And then go on. Now, what I really want to talk about is 2011 to 2012. That is the Hall of Pain. Mark Henry came back as a monster heel and went on a very entertaining run where he would beat up people like John Cena, Christian, Sheamus, and eventually become the number one contender to Randy Orton's title. Anything else? Yep, he would also start breaking people's legs and attacking them, inducting them into the quote-unquote Hall of Pain. Kane, Vladimir Kozlov, Great Khali. So really, the last two, he was more doing us a favor than doing his heel motions, because they sucked, Vladimir Kozlov and Great Khali. But, he was still heel. SummerSlam, he and Sheamus had a match, and they, I believe it was a double countout. Henry defeated Sheamus by countout. I was thinking of a different match, to be honest with you. One where Joey Ryan was in the crowd, and I want to say it was Sheamus and Big Show, or Mark Henry and Big Show. Crashed through the barricade, had a double countout, and then Joey Ryan's there going, oh my! It's great. So fast forward to today's episode of the Screwjob podcast, and what we're covering. We are covering Night of Champions 2011. Randy Orton versus Mark Henry for the World Heavyweight Championship. Excuse me. We're going to be starting on the hour, 2 minute and 38 second mark. It's a little funky where the network puts its little marker. So let's just roll with it, see what happens. Watch a shorter match, because, I don't know, I'm running ideas right now. I'm kind of on autopilot. So let's start in 5 seconds or so. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start your pay-per-view. I feel like that's way too loud. I'm just going to turn it down. I don't really care about getting the audio of this match. Booker T's on commentary. I believe Michael Cole is too, so oh boy, this is gonna be fun. Michael Cole, Jerry Lawler, and Booker T on commentary. I believe this is heel Michael Cole too, which is great. Delish. So while this is happening, I'm gonna talk about Mark Henry's later career. I believe it was in 2013. Mark Henry, after disappearing for a while, he came back, attacked Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara, and once again became a number one contender. And there was more wrestling. I'll be honest, I'm just reading a Wikipedia page right now, and I'm trying to find something that's interesting before talking about Mark Henry coming out on an episode of Raw and teasing his retirement. So, if you haven't seen this, go look it up. Mark Henry on June 17th, an episode of Raw, Mark Henry came into the ring, interrupting a speech by John Cena, who was WWE champion at the time. Big surprise. He delivered an emotional retirement speech, and then attacking Cena. And then I believe that's when he first said, "That's what I do," which is my favorite part of Mark Henry and his character, is when he goes, "That's what I do." Let's see, anything else? Oh, something about TD Garden in Boston. Oh, he fought the Shield with Big Show and Rob Van Dam? What? Wait. On SmackDown, Henry, Show, and Rob Van Dam defeated the Shield in a 6-man tag match. What? That's weird and fun. At that point, he was pretty much just floating around, doing his thing. And eventually, he announced that he was retiring. And at WrestleMania 33... Wait, was it 33? I don't remember what he was inducted. It was either WrestleMania 34 or 33. I'm gonna look it up. This is important, I guess. Michael Cole talking at us right now. Five time Booker T. Let's see. Class 2018. Yeah, in the Class 2018, which was at WrestleMania 34, Mark Henry was inducted in the WWE Hall of Fame, and he's now working behind the scenes at WWE as a backstage, uh, in a backstage role. So there's that. He's fun. He's having fun. I think he's still working for them. Oh, he also pledged to donate his brain to CTE research once he dies. That happened 2 months ago. Coolio. Other than that, he was in the film MacGruber. Fun fact. And the match is going on now. I should really pay attention to it. Also, he made his debut in the video game WWF Attitude in 1999, and he has appeared in the most WWE games ever. Most recently, he was in WWE 2K18. So, fun fact. And if you just scroll through his page, he has a crap ton of powerlifting awards. I believe he won I believe he won a gold medal in the Pan American Games for weightlifting. Oh, Mark Henry thrown out of the ring. Yeah, he won a gold medal at the Pan American Games. He was first place in the 2002 Arnold Strongman Classic. I don't think he ever really went to the U.S. Olympic Festival Championship. I don't know what that means, but he won first twice. I don't think he ever really competed in the Olympics. If he did, though, I'm sure he would have won a gold medal, and then we could have had gold medalist versus gold medalist. But legit, though, Mark Henry is scary strong. Randy Orton went for an RKO, missed. Big boot. Now I'm really interested in that 5-minute match that I'm going to watch later about The Rock and Mark Henry. Oh boy. I don't know what my normal volume is. I feel like it's always too loud. Or too quiet. Who knows? Doesn't matter. Oh boy. Booker T does not believe Randy Orton can RKO Mark Henry. That is a very stupid statement. World's Strongest Slam attempt? Nope. Oh, sleeper hold. Orton going for it. That facial contortion, though. Ooh, you know what I should do while this is going on? I should look for thumbnail ideas. That's what I do! Gets him in the corner. Jesus Christ. That's a great picture. Oh, he fought Vader? I'm gonna watch that. Oh, I believe Randy Orton was just tossed out of the ring. So the question is, do I do sexual chocolate version of Mark Henry for a thumbnail or something else? That's what he do. Also, I just gotta say, Mark Henry's theme, probably one of my favorites. It just fits him so well. Yeah, that'll work, maybe. Pushed into the barricade, or not the barricade, the ring. Ring side of the ring. Oh no, Mark Henry destroyed the cutting edge set? Oh my. He is a big, bad, scary man. Come on, Mark, do something cool. Oh, he's gonna stretch him? Grab him by the neck and pull. Yeah, there you go. I like that. I like that. It doesn't always look great, but when it's someone big and intimidating like Mark Henry doing a move like that, it's always fun. Oh, he's doing it again. Yay. I would assume there's a count out, so maybe Mark should worry about being counted out. There you go, back in the ring. Also, Apparently, at one point, he was tagging with Montel Vontavious Porter, better known as MVP. And I have an action figure of both them for some reason from a set, and I don't remember why I have it and when I got it. Ooh, also, today's a good day for me to talk crap about United States Postal Service. So I ordered a mouse because my current mouse was falling apart. It was not clicking, which is a problem. World's Strongest Splash, by the way. Only a 2 count. My mouse was falling apart. It would not click. It just didn't really function. Occasionally, when it had a battery in it, and the battery was, still had a charge in it, you would have to shake it and then push it back into place to try to get it to move the mouse. It was connected by Bluetooth. And I ordered a mouse, and it was supposed to arrive on Monday, let's see, when was it supposed to arrive? It was supposed to arrive Monday, April 22nd. The day I'm recording this is Thursday, May 2nd. I got my mouse on May 1st. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days after it was supposed to arrive. What the heck are you doing, United States Postal Service? You gotta be kidding me. Like, how do you not get my package here in, it's insanity. It's like, if I had Amazon Prime, I'd get it in 2 days, or maybe I wouldn't because it's through United States Postal Service. It was stupid. It's dumb as hell. I don't understand why it takes so long for something to go through like that. It's absurd. It's no wonder why they lost $2.2 billion last year. Not of other people's product, but from their own services. They lost $2.2 billion. It's insanity how they lost so much money. And all I'm going to say is I'm not going to be surprised when when our legitimate federal letter delivering and package delivering service goes out. Because because UPS and FedEx do it so much better. So rest in peace, United States Postal Service. You will not be missed. Alright, I'm glad I got that out of the way. I have my new mouse. I'm happy. Randy's got Mark Henry in the corner. I haven't been paying attention, to be honest with you. This is really just me ranting. And that's what the podcast usually is anyway. Me ranting and complaining. Ah, that diet soda sound. Punt, kick, punt, kick. No, what was that taunt? Randy Orton trying for clotheslines. We know how this is going to end. Oh, sweet drop kick. It's been a while since I've seen a... He's getting into Viper mode, whatever that means. Oh, he's going to Vintage Orton. Ooh, headbutt. Clothesline, Mark Henry. Where was this show, now that I think about it? It was in Buffalo, New York at the First Niagara Center. Shout out to Buffalo. Something happened. I think it was a headbutt slam or some bullcrap. Oh, God, this commentary, though, of Michael Cole and Jerry Lawler, and then Booker T's just kind of there. It's terrible. It's bad. Also, going back, last year, Booker T showed back up on commentary, and comparing it to, him now, or him at this time of this pay-per-view, in 2011, he was way more outspoken. When on Raw, he could barely get a word in. It's fun. Oh, he's going for, That was weird sell, but I'm cool with it. Going for an RKO? Nope. Weird looking chop block, bud. Did it the wrong way. And a DET. Nice. Time for an RKO. Out of nowhere. He's about to make some money moves. Nope, Mark Henry rolls out. Maybe if you didn't telegraph your move like that, where you're slamming on the ground. Going for the vintage Orton elevated DDT. Oh my lord! He's dead. Vintage Orton. 1, 2. He's got the ropes. Don't know why you didn't just have him kick out. It's just an elevated DDT. I also like the guys in the front row who keep holding up the 2s for the counts. Or they're just, like, doing peace symbols to their friends off camera or something. Who knows? It's great. Maybe they're looking at themselves in the Titantron. Mark Henry go for the groin. Hold up, did Michael Cole just say cliche instead of cliche? Is that how you pronounce that word? Am I stupid, or is Michael Cole stupid? Someone's stupid. Come on, Randy, do a move. Come on, Mark, do a move. Ugh. Oh, he's setting up for an RKO. Kick to the gut. He's a dangerous bear. Like the man who dressed up in a grizzly bear suit to protect himself from bears. He's dangerous. And tough. Oh, come on. Tell me that it's an RKO stance. Mark, punch him. RKO attempt. Nope. God, that reminds me of the RKO onto the... Oh, World's Strongest Slam. 1, 2, 3. Mark Henry. World Heavyweight Champion. Let him celebrate for a bit. So, oddly enough, no one really saw this coming. Mark Henry was always kind of seen as a mid-carder, and it was good for him to get his championship run with the World Heavyweight title. Yep. Let's see. What else do you get in wrestling for his awards? He was a European champion at one point. I was right. So, Mark Henry would continue his championship run for 91 days. Turn it down a bit. He would continue his run for 91 days. He would fight Randy Orton in a Hell in a Cell match at Hell in a Cell. Retain. He would then beat Big Show by countout, I believe. Then at TLC, Big Show and Henry had a TLC match. And they both, I believe, Big Show won that match. And they were both exhausted. And Big Show, I believe, gotten attacked after the match by Mark Henry. Was knocked out cold. And then Daniel Bryan cashed in his Money in the Bank. His Money in the Bank contract to beat Big Show. And then I believe they would have then at the Royal Rumble 2012, Mark Henry and Big Show faced Daniel Bryan in a steel cage match, which Bryan would keep his title. Mark Henry really just entered the twilight of his career, but this is arguably his biggest moment in his career, and I think we should take a moment to celebrate his career, because he has done a lot for the wrestling business, and I think he deserves some praise. Shut up, Josh Matthews. Whether you people like it or not, shut up. Are you gonna say that's what I do? I believed Mark. I always believed. You know, he pretty much is right. We're a bunch of haters. Yeah! Oh, he's still talking. For 3 months. Alright, now he's done. That was fun. So Mark Henry again will hold it for 3 months. And then really just move on to into the twilight of his career. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I love Mark Henry. I love Sexual Chocolate. And I think that him finally getting a title reign years after he debuted and going on this monster heel run was arguably probably one of the best parts of 2011 and 2012. So, with that, I'm going to turn this off, and we're going to wrap it. I'm going to wrap it up. So, let's just end it clean and do everything that I need to do. Alright, so, follow me on Facebook, at Screwjob Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, at Screwjob Podcast, Patreon, Screwjob Podcast, on Patreon, patreon.com/Screwjob Podcast. Go ahead and enjoy the Hall of Pain. Thanks for listening.